How do? Been a while. Go on, laddo. Little intro to a video this. It's been a while since we've been out. Not been in the right frame of mind. A lot going on, like a lot of you have. So this little video that I'm introducing, it's 20 minutes long with Mikey. I interviewed him a while ago, only a short interview. At that time, the lad was hammered every night, painkillers and alcohol. Up to a month ago, he was doing 80 painkillers there or thereabouts and a litre of gin. Smashed every night, not a care in the world. The lad isn't wired right. By that, again, he's going to get a diagnosis at some point. He's been crying out for help. 10 years, painkillers and alcohol. He's 37, started drinking at a very early age. Not heavily drinking, but drinking at an age when most of us, you know, were playing with Action Men and Lego, if you can remember them things. He was a bit concerned about this little video. You know, he stumbled a bit over his words. His memory weren't so good or whatever. And to be honest, he had more clarity a month ago when he was drinking on painkillers and I were meeting him at dinner. And I'll tell you why that is. The lad had things happen in his childhood that were never dealt with, and they do affect you. Been through quite a bit of shit, emotional shit, never been dealt with. He was told quite definitely that if he wanted help, needed help, he needed to get dry, come off the alcohol, come off the painkillers. Which he has 2 weeks now off the painkillers and alcohol. He is, or has been, a functioning alcoholic. Worked. He has skills. You know, the lad is talented. But like everything, problems. Now, he hasn't only got the problems me and you have got with bills and stuff like that, and other things going on. Some very serious issues to deal with right now and in the near future. Again, for me, the problem's just starting. Now he's off the painkillers and alcohol, because now he's got emotions to deal with. At night, he's not wrecked. You know, 9, 10 at night, he's not wrecked. He's not bang out till morning. He's got time to think about things. So there's the pressure of the addiction and there's the mental health. But hopefully, he's going to get better. So if you know someone who's an addict, has a drink problem, hopefully, as we document Michael's progress, you know, it might give people some hope. Quite definitely. Like I say, it's only 20 minutes long. I think I'm going to go back to keeping the Monday spot. People who have issues, difficulties, mental health, maybe disabilities and other things affecting them in their life. Keep the sort of hardcore, if you like, interviews for the weekends. Right, that's enough of an introduction. For those of you that have missed the main man, Stephen, and our walks, we will be back out again now. I've got myself a little catalogue of vlogs I need to do, or would like to do, or I'm going to do over the next couple of weeks. Back to interviews. If you would like to come on the channel, guys, you know, you've got a life story, you don't have to be in prison, please get in touch. Yeah, there's an email in every video. I'd like to thank guests, past, present and future, everyone who's contributed to the channel, people who are supporting me on Patreon, much appreciated, and everyone who's bought me a brew. Stephen, main man, back with him vlogging. Thanks for coming. I'll see thee. 20-minute interview to follow. I'll do.
I'll do.
I'm just going to put that up.
Yeah.
Right, guys, Michael, I've interviewed him briefly before. He is nervous. This is going to be a short and very informative video. Yeah. If you know an addict, anyone, loved ones, anyone's got an addiction, when that's painkillers, recreational drugs, alcohol, watch this. It's my intention to meet Mikey once a month. I'm going to do a short video once a month. report on his progress, whether it's good or bad, because, well, we'll just get straight into it.
Yeah.
4 weeks ago, tell me what you were taking.
So, it's been going on about 10 years, but in its worst state, in the worst days, the diary that we've got was 78 painkillers
A day?
a day,
And
a litre of gin. Yeah, it was. I didn't know where I was really, or what the hell was going on. It's just, like I say, I was at one point in my life functioning like that, and then come to a point where I wasn't functioning anymore, and these two vices, if you like, they grip me. I know everybody may cope in a different way or use different substances, but they were my particular fixes. They were the things that zoned me out, calmed me down.
well, they take away emotion.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Yeah.
They don't take away memories, they take away emotion.
Yeah.
So, he's not wired right, Michael. I'm going to use that on the channel. I don't give a fuck what people
fine.
think.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's happy with that. Ollie, people like that, right? He has not had a diagnosis at some point. He will get a diagnosis. It's important to him because he knows he's not wired right.
Yeah. So, if I sort of, so I realised that the only way you were gonna ever see a psychologist or a psychiatrist was when you were clean from your vices, and so for some people, and a lot of people that I met along the way, you know, I hate to say it, but I'll just say almost, because that's the best way I can put it, look like, you know, they can't be helped, you know, they're too far gone, if you understand what I mean. And yeah, it's well,
let me sum it up.
Yeah.
Let me sum it up for him, right? And there is some positives at the end of this, like I say. Rehab, detox, whatever you want to call them, yeah, they're looking for successful people.
Yeah.
It's very underfunded. You're not going to get mental health support, and ultimately, which is why we're doing this little vlog now, it's about you, if you really want to try, or even if you don't, doing it yourself. Because here's where we were a month ago. We're on the fucking painkillers, we're on the gin, so I speak to Mikey regular, get messages at night when he's absolutely hammered, which are pretty dark, not wanting to be hearing that. No, I fully understand that, yeah? So, we're talking, he has got a very supportive partner who is absolutely monumental in him still being here. So what he's done, this lad, he has had some sessions on one side. For me, they haven't been important. What he's done, he's gone to his doctor, he said, fucking help me. Yeah. The first thing he did, he got some diazepam to calm me down. So we got diazepam and gin and painkillers.
No, it started on SSRIs a long time ago. So
antidepressants.
I've been through the citalopram, fluoxetine, then it was sertraline. Sertraline, I was really unpredictable. This was about the time I got jailed. Then sertraline to something called what's the next one up? I think it begins with a V, but the one that I'm on now is vortioxetine, and there's one just below that, but none of them have worked. This
Don't stop drinking.
No, did it?
See, for me, a doctor giving you antidepressants, SSRIs, when you're an alcoholic and addicted to painkillers.
It's not even. It's not even a patch on my radar. I mean, a stone cold sober person who, you know, is a straight member, and, you know, they're just feeling a little bit down. You know, I suppose these sort of drugs would work for that sort of person, but by the time you are, so when we were talking then about, like, I didn't want to put it the way you put it, like people who've got no hope. The way I see it is, when you are functioning and you are taking drink or drugs or both or whatever, but you're functioning, there's probably a chance you watching this video now. The people who aren't functioning are the people who won't be watching. They won't even have a mobile phone to watch the video.
There is people.
Oh, there may be.
There's a lot of drinkers watch the channel, and people who are not in the best place.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is the I just think there's some people who are, because I've met them on the, so you do six you do 6 steps to your detox plan, and that's called Getting Ready for Detox. This is with Achieve Greater Manchester. Yeah,
that's 6 hours.
So 6 hours, and then you're in a room with 15 or so people, and they've got varying different addictions: crack, cocaine, drink, heroin. It's the complete spectrum. Okay. And then so you sit through them sessions, and so I learned a lot in them sessions, because when I was going to them, I was sober. Like I say, my drinking time is hard at night, and then I go to bed with a big jug of water, and I suck that through the night, so that when I'm up in the morning, I've always felt fresh, metabolised what I've took the night before, or as fresh as can be is the best way I can put it. But going into the meetings, especially the alcoholics, are completely wasted by that time at 10 o'clock in the morning, so they're completely drunk. So so this is basically your way to detox. You do these 6 sessions, you're going to meet several characters, you're going to learn probably a lot more about the state of the sort of drug and alcohol issue that we've got by attending the meetings.
Is it almost depressing? Is it frustrating?
It is depressing. Nobody in there. They're all in there because of a why. So something's happened. Something's derailed them in life. Don't get me wrong. There's people who have just had a great life. Like somebody who I know in my life, he's had a great life. He's just had a taste of cocaine and drink, and bang, that's it. At 37, his liver's packed in. And he's in trouble. So, but usually there's a why. There's something that's derailed him. I know what it was in my life, and you just don't. You carry on in your day-to-day life. By this time, you've got kids, house, and you're just trundling along really. And then it's like I say, your drinking just becomes daily, and then it gets out of control. And then when you end up where I did, it took 10 years really from something really catastrophic happening in my life. That's when I hit the spirits very hard, and then for 10 years I've maintained drinking every single day without fail.
Well, that's not true, is it now?
Well, till now, yeah, obviously.
You did the 6 sessions.
Yep.
You went to your doctor.
Yep.
About your painkiller addiction.
Yeah.
And he prescribed you. I need the box to read it.
Yeah, so no. The way the system has worked. So keep hold of that for a second. So I'll talk you through it. You've done your 6 sessions. At the end of the 6 sessions, they build a plan for you. So my original plan was to do a 3-month rehabilitation and a 10-day detox. All right. So that's what I was working for on those 6 sessions. So then when you come out of that, you're interviewed by somebody. So it's somebody who applies for the funding for those things for you to get better. So you go through like an application process with this person. So as it is, you can imagine, if you've got a, you know, if your brain isn't too damaged and you can talk and articulate yourself, then, you know, you've got half a chance basically.
What if you can't?
Well, that's the issue. I've not seen the other side of that, and that's the side of it I do worry about. And that's why I think there's like this circle of people who are in homelessness, drinking, hospital,
Prison.
Prison, homelessness, drinking, hospital, and it's like that. It's just a constant loop right the way around. So yeah, in my case, in that application process, she spoke to me about rehab and what rehab meant. So rehab is where you have effectively lost the routine of day. So I'll just give you for instance of my friends, one of my friends' days, who's going through something similar at the minute. So he would wake up in the middle of the night, either by alarm clock or just by the shakes, and he would fill a cup. He used to have a cup. He would fill that right up to the top with whiskey, drink it. So this is like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So that's when his shakes start. So that's to get rid of the shakes, just to get himself up. Do you understand what I mean? So like that sort of when you're in that stage, you know, it's fucking, you know, I was always that's the thing for me. I was always functioning. So when I spoke to this Tracy, the girl who's doing the application process, he was in a bedroom, not coming out of it for week on end, beard out here, hair up here, you know, scruffy, shit all over his top, just not looking after himself. And you know, and he'll see this video. You know, I love you, mate, you know that, but you know, you're on the better side of it now as well. So you know, you've just got to listen to your parents and move forward and try and get help with what you need. But as I say, people who are in that state, that is what rehab is for. That almost reteaches them life again.
But it's not available for everybody.
No. It's the 3 square meals a day. It's just bringing them out of society and reteaching them how to live again. And even before you get to the rehab, you've got to do the detox, which is either over 7 days or 10 days, and that's outpatient or inpatient. So inpatient is Chapman and Barker or Smithfields. They're the 2
specialist units.
Yeah, specialist detox units.
What's the success rate? Have you any idea?
I've no idea of the success rate, but you would go into these. So from your understanding, was a Chapman and Barker was more mental health orientated, and the Smithfields was more just getting the detox done, getting you out the door sort of thing. I'm sorry if I've sort of painted that in a bad light. I'm sure, you know.
No, it is what it is, mate.
Yeah.
It's not available to everybody.
Yeah, it's not.
You know, it's
not. I think what they do is they're just looking at the success of the outcome. Is he going to be, or she going to be successful?
Yep.
On the outside of it. And in my application, we realised that I didn't need the 3-month rehab, you know,
because you had a routine.
Yeah, I have routine. I have OCD routines. You know, I have basically my life is looked after probably because of one of my mental health issues. So we discovered that the going into rehab wouldn't be appropriate for me. So that would have been about 35 grand. If I remember what she said right. So, you know, I knew I could cut that out, so that's a saving. And also with the issue at work, they weren't going to support me in that 3-month rehab. It had been too long. So then it came down to the detox. Was it going to be inpatient or outpatient? So we had a nurse come out, a detox nurse called Holly, I think her name was, and she looked at me, looked at the household, breathalyzed me on the spot, and blew a zero at probably about 10 o'clock in the morning. And so obviously I was still drinking up to that point. I probably did have a little bit of a lighter night the night before, just knowing that she was coming the following day. And she said that's probably one of the first times I've seen somebody blow a zero, you know, when they've come out to do the assessment. And so she said, right, I think the most appropriate thing for you is an at-home. Obviously she'd met the missus, you know, had a look at the house and everything. She knew I was in a good environment, a supported environment, and said, right, I think 7 days it will nail it for you. So she set out
at home.
Yeah, at home. Yeah. So she set out a plan for me over 7 days, which was, it started on 80 milligrams of Librium, and then it was slowly weaned down over the 7 days down to 10 milligrams of Librium on the last day, and it worked. So
how long have you not had a drink for now?
So I've not taken painkillers since the 13th of July.
And this is what your doctor gave you?
Yep. So it's called buprenorphine, the tablet that I have to take, which is the equivalent to the equivalent. So they calculated the amount of tablets I was taking, the 60 tablets I was taking. 8 milligrams of buprenorphine would basically take care of that feeling for me and stop withdrawal symptoms, and it has. Bang, they were on the nail with it.
So that's a month since you've had painkillers?
Yeah, so 13th of July I stopped them, and then the drink, so it started, the detox started on the when did it start now? 1st of August. So the 1st of August, and then so my last drink was the 7th of August, I think it was. So how long ago was that?
It's a couple of weeks, isn't it?
Yeah. So
point and fact.
No.
It doesn't matter. You've not been drinking for 2 weeks, have you?
No.
When I say it don't matter, obviously it does matter, but you're not drinking.
Yeah.
You're not on the painkillers.
No.
I would swap all your painkillers for 1 tablet a day. We've already said that.
Yeah.
And not worry about coming off that for now.
Yeah.
You've got a clear head.
Yeah. I've got confused with the dates there.
Listen.
No. My last drink was the 31st of July. So yeah, so that's how it happened. So I stopped the painkillers.
Forgive that.
Yeah, but let me explain it because it'll do my head in. So the 13th was when I stopped the painkillers, and that I was put on the buprenorphine, and then I was still drinking then right up until the 31st of July. Now on the 1st of August, they actually rang me up and said that they couldn't carry out the detox, and I'd said to him then that my missus had took a week off work. I said, we've emptied the house out of alcohol. I've literally done everything I can to get to this point. So anyway, when they should have been there at 9 o'clock, the lady, this Holly, who had met me in the first place to talk about the detox, this Holly had caught COVID. So this is how on the 1st of August it looked like it wasn't going to happen, and then so from the 1st of August I was started on the Librium program. So when I said the 7th of August, that's effectively when it finished it. So it's and it was started by 2 doctors from Bolton, 2 detox nurses from Bolton. So they were that keen to get me on it, because I honestly thought they were just going to leave it for another week, and I'd got it in my head the 1st of August it'll be perfect. So they brought two detox nurses in from Bolton and got the ball rolling on the 1st of August, and then so the 7th of August is when I come off delirium. So from then till now, what are we on now? 19th. So yeah, 19th without anything.
It's a good starting point, because that's all it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And again, I don't mean that in a demeaning way, you know, I don't. You've already said Christmas is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, everything is, even just walking past the chemist.
I've just seen Ollie, who you first saw when she come out.
Yeah.
One of your sort of heroes. Yeah. And we were joking, you know what I was saying, but it's on a serious note as well. I said Christmas, there's no way you'd be having me fucking Nan's sherry trifle.
No.
You can't, can you?
No, I can't, no. It's look, there's going to be triggers everywhere, but I just can't let people like my girlfriend down who have put up with that much shit. I wouldn't say, when I used to have my crash and falls, they were few and far between. However, they did happen, and you know, police did get involved, ambulances were involved,
Bit of prison, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah, I mean that was a lot earlier on, but yeah, it's just like I even when I go into Tesco's now, I go in there focused just on the bits I need. There's a pharmacy in the Tesco that I always used to use. I have to, there's triggers everywhere. Pubs aren't that much of a trigger for me, because I never really used to drink in a pub. I used to drink at home. Yeah, it's just like going into your local off license, or that's what
there is a cost to your family, obviously people know that, but there was actual monetary cost which impacts on the family, weren't there?
Yeah, of course.
What do you say, about £1,000 a month on painkillers and alcohol?
Yeah. And I didn't even realise it. That's just sort of weird thing. Sorry, I'm sweating.
No, we're going now. We're going to go and have a brew.
But yeah, no. The point to this is, if you're at, I think I said it in my last video. If you are drinking every day, you've got an issue, and the help is out there. I am successful in what I've achieved out of it, but as I say, I think there is a spectrum to this, and the people that are like really deep in the deep end, and I mean, like I'll give you that example of my friend. Usually they they've got such a battle on their hands, even just to get the help. It's
up to you, innit?
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, I mean, nobody's going to
saying it exactly how it is. It's up to you. It's up to you to go to your GP. I need help, and if you don't do that, it's not going to come to you, is it?
No.
Are we having a brew now?
Yeah, let's go.
Mikey, we're interviewing once a month. Like I say, it might be up and down.
Yeah.
Hopefully, in 12 months' time, be fit and healthy.
Yeah. I'm getting there. Slowly but surely. Cheers, mate. I appreciate it.
Brews are on you, dude.
Yeah, of course. Let's go for it.
Thanks for coming out, Sidney.